at some of Jaya's work, which you produced here in how many days? 10 days, 11 days, something like that?
14.
14 days. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think the time's gone really fast.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would like to stay longer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, I know. I was thinking yesterday I'd like to stay another month, but it's not just financially not possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible because I got commitments in the state. Well, you've been a really interesting addition to this project, for absolutely, Jaya. Thank you so much for both consenting to come and what your contribution has been. Your presence is slightly different because one, as I've mentioned before, usually GAP members stay at this place, and people who take workshops or whatever stay elsewhere. And I know you did kind of both things. I believe that you're considering perhaps becoming a more involved member of GAP maybe in the future. Maybe that's something to talk about later. Yeah?
yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's.
I appreciated it very much to be here.
Tell me why.
This mixture
Yeah.
from this beautiful city
Yes.
and just working. I'm not used to work with a group. Normally I work alone. This was a challenge. Yeah. Also with not to have my material around, and also normally I work different.
Yes.
I don't do it like this.
Right.
I work on big prints.
Yeah.
But it was, I learned, I was inspired
Yes.
a lot and have some new ideas.
Good.
Yes.
You also brought new ideas to us all. Believe me, I've admired your work for a long time. I'm really happy that we were
Thank
able
you.
to meet face to face. And I can appreciate the challenge in working in a group. One of the things that I think I've made you laugh about, and I've said before, is that GAP is actually a group for people who don't like groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the dynamic that we experience is, I think, kind of unique. The reason we keep doing these things is because of the way of the work that gets produced, and we're looking at some examples of some things that Jaya has done.
This is my inspired by Venice. This is Leonardo da Vinci. I think this too. So I just wanted to take some Venice stuff.
You know what? It's funny you do that. It makes me think of one of the conversations we had earlier about your usual work, and maybe it's real consistent even in this mixed media work, about the idea about beauty and not destruction, but distortion.
For me, it's what's the name? When everything is going, beauty comes and beauty goes. What is it?
Transitional.
Yeah, transition.
Yeah, okay.
This is and vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so difficult to speak.
Yes.
Vulnerability
Yeah.
and what was the word?
Transition.
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 This we are also vulnerable.
Yes.
And
Yes.
And when God will,
Yeah.
just came an accident.
Of course, it's over. No matter
and
what your
also
plans
the
were.
beauty to be attractive.
Yeah.
I was very attractive.
Yeah.
Now I'm old.
Yeah.
I have so many wrinkles, so I have to deal with it.
And my response is, you're still attractive. You know.
Yeah, I was so happy
Yeah.
to get this gift from beyond somewhere, because when I was young, I always was thinking, what will I do when I'm older? Yeah, because I like the game between women and men. And now I have this gift because it's, for me, it's nothing more interesting than me and my art. This is all.
Good.
So,
You said something that I like, and that was both about vulnerability, transition, that beauty is transitory, transitional. It's not anything solid. I think the other word is ephemeral. It's light and it will fluid and go away. If you've even thought about it, what is this moment that you capture in your art? What is that moment in that transition?
what is capture? Capture?
When I look at your pieces,
Yeah.
what is this moment that you have caught, that you represent? If it's transitional, it starts from beauty, it gets into perhaps chaos or change. Can you think about that a
No,
minute?
yes, but it's completely different with every piece. I can say what is new, quite new. I work with photos which are not for me. Normally I only work with my photos.
Yes.
So like this. Yes, it's always the same. And you look at every piece and you see it, beauty and letting go.
Okay.
You have to letting go everything. And also this melancholy is, I'm very melancholic. I'm sometimes happy, but most of the time I feel a bit melancholic because of this letting go, the beauty of life, my mother, everything has to go. So it's melancholic, a bit sad, but appreciating life in the moment. It's also, they all retreat themselves and connect to themselves, and oneself is more than the person. To retreat is also devotion to something big. And my work are somehow devotion to the moment and take what is given to us and let go when it's time to let go. With sad feelings, but you have to let go. That's
So it's an acceptance.
yeah.
Very nice.
Yes.
I wanted to ask also, I know with folks like Akiko and Sean particularly, that you were able to have interaction with because of the GAP residency. What was that like? Or even talk about your selection process. How do you decide in your usual photographic work who you want to work with? Is there a resonance? Is it something personal?
Yes, it's totally coming from my inner space. I don't know. I don't think about it. I just feel resonance or not. And with Akiko, anyway, I prefer in my work normally Asian people. The most works I do with Korea girls and Japanese girls. So I feel very connected to Japan because the Japanese culture is so full of secrets and magic for me, like samurai stuff and geisha stuff. And they never show the real inside. They are a bit behind a mask, and this I find very interesting.
So you find the veil attractive, to withhold, but to show something, but to withhold something else.
And also, I used to make photo shootings only with women, with children, or with men which are a bit female, because my issue is vulnerability and there's not a big guy with muscle attractive to me. I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Attractive to work with it.
I understand.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I see many beautiful people, many beautiful women, but nothing happens.
Got it.
And sometimes it's maybe not so beautiful, but something happens.
Okay.
And also I have really in Berlin and also in La Gomera, where I'm in the winter, there are so many cool, interesting, cool people. I cannot do so many, because it's also much work to work with photo shooting. Yes.
I want to thank you for being here. The result of however you select your subjects or your subject matter is evidenced on this table at the moment, and we'll be seeing more of Jaya's work, and hopefully next year sometime more of Jaya.
Yes.
With another GAP project.
I want to say, for me it was a very cool time, very inspiring, with some difficulties between, but this is normal in groups because everybody is so completely different.
Yes.
Different, yes. But it was really, it's on one hand 2 weeks are like and another feeling is the feeling is that I'm here since 2 months.
Yes.
Because it's so rich.
Yes.
And so tomorrow I go with a rich packet and looking forward to the next time.
Wonderful. We look forward to seeing you next time.
I hope in Venice it will be.
Yes. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll
It's all the administrative work to make this happen.
Yeah.
But the beauty of doing any of the gaps is the actual experience of working with people like Akiko and yourself.
And now I will make another little shooting with Akiko. Akiko,
Yes,
Akiko.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.